Ever looked at a photo of the savannah and thought, man, that's kind of boring. It all just looks the same.
And you wouldn't be the only one.
Right. Like, it's pretty, but where's the ecological drama?
That's where things get interesting.
Okay, tell me more.
So today we're looking at this research paper from 1996 called Ants on Swollen Thorn Acacias. Species Coexistence in a Simple System.
Catchy.
Yeah, it really grabs you.
So what's the deal with these ants and acacias?
Well, basically in the Kenyan savanna, you've got all these acacia trees just chilling.
Makes sense.
And on those trees, you have all these ants all competing for resources.
So like a tiny ant city.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Except it's not just one kind of ant. It's actually like 9 different species.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the question is, how do all these different ants manage to share the same trees?
Yeah, good question. Especially since, like, isn't there that rule in ecology?
Competitive exclusion.
Yeah, that one. Like, 2 species can't survive if they need the same stuff.
Exactly. So that's what makes this whole system so fascinating.
Okay, so fill me in. What makes these acacias so special for the ants?
Well, we're talking about 2 specific species in this paper. Acacia drepanalobium, which is super common,
Okay.
and Acacia sial, and they both have these swollen thorns.
Swollen thorns, what are those?
So basically, picture these thorns like little ant apartments.
Wait, the trees grow little ant houses.
It's wild, right? These thorns are hollow, and the ants live inside.
That's amazing. Like, they evolved their own little housing market.
Exactly. And it's not just housing. The acacias also provide food. They've got these things called nectaries.
Nectaries, what are those?
Think of them like little sugar fountains for ants.
Whoa, talk about a sweet deal. Room and board included.
Pretty much. So you've got this seemingly simple setup, right? Trees, ants, everyone's happy.
And yet it's way more complicated.
Way more. Way more.
So tell me, how do they figure out who gets which tree?
Well, they looked at a few different possibilities, right?
Okay.
Like maybe there are just so many acacia trees around that it's not really a competition.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like if there's enough to go around, everyone can have a house.
Ant mansions everywhere.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But the research actually suggests that's less likely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially for that Acacia drepanalobium we talked about.
Interesting. Okay, so what else could it be?
Well, another idea is that different ant species, like different sized trees.
Okay, so like a little ant studio apartment versus like a sprawling ant estate.
Exactly. So those younger, smaller trees might be like the starter homes in the acacia world.
I love that.
Right. And then as the tree grows bigger, a different ant species might move in.
Makes sense. So it's less about direct competition and more like finding the right fit.
Exactly. It's all about finding your niche.
Man, this is making me rethink my apartment choices.
You and me both.
So we've got plenty of trees and picky ants. What's the third idea?
Well, maybe it's not about a permanent address, you know? Like what we're seeing is just a snapshot in time.
I see. So like maybe those ants are always moving around.
Right. It could be way more dynamic than we realize.
Fascinating. So even in a place that seems so unchanging, there's a lot going on.
Totally. And that kind of leads into the fourth idea.
Which is...
So say you've got all this turnover, right? Ants moving in and out.
Yeah.
Well, maybe some species are just really good at holding onto a tree once they're there.
Oh, interesting. So they find a good spot and they're like, this is mine, get out.
Exactly. And that could be for a bunch of different reasons. Like maybe they're better at defending their territory, or maybe they're just better at surviving in that particular spot.
It's like finding the perfect apartment and then never leaving.
Exactly.
So we've got 4 possibilities here. Did the researchers find any evidence to support any of them?
Well, it seems like it's probably a mix of things.
Okay, makes sense.
They did observe some size-based patterns, you know, with certain ants preferring certain size trees.
So the ant real estate ladder might be real.
Right. And they also saw some pretty interesting stuff with certain ant species taking over trees from others.
Oh, really? Like a hostile takeover?
Pretty much. They actually watched Chromatogaster ants kicking out colonies of another species called Tetraponera penzigi.
Wait, so it's a full-on ant war?
You could say that.
Okay, I need to know more about this. How are they kicking them out?
So these Chromatogaster, they're really aggressive.
Like little ant warriors.
Basically, they were straight up attacking those Tetraponera colonies.
Wow, so what chance did these Tetraponera have?
Well, they might not be as tough,
Yeah.
but they're clever.
Okay, tell me more. I love an underdog story.
So you know how the Tetraponera make those smaller entry holes?
Yeah, to make their little ant apartments cozier.
Well, it turns out that might actually be a defensive strategy.
Really?
Yeah, the researchers think those smaller holes might make it harder for the Chromatogaster to get inside.
So it's like they're barricading themselves in.
Exactly. It's a way of leveling the playing field, even if they're not as strong.
That's amazing. It really shows how much we still don't know about nature.
Totally. And, that reminds me, we've been talking a lot about the ants.
Yeah.
But what about the acacias in all this?
Right. Are they just passive bystanders in this ant drama?
Well, that's the thing. This whole ant-acacia relationship isn't always as harmonious as it seems.
Really? I always thought they helped each other.
They do to some extent, but it's complicated.
How so?
Well, the researchers noticed something interesting about one of those crematogaster species.
Oh, what did those little bullies do now?
They actually observed them eating the acacia's axillary shoots.
Axillary shoots. Sorry, I'm not a botanist. What are those again?
So those are the little buds that grow where the leaf meets the stem. Okay. And they're super important for the tree because they're what turn into new branches and flowers.
Ah, so the ants are basically eating the acacia's future.
In a way,
Yeah.
that seems pretty messed up.
It does seem counterintuitive, right?
Right.
But it's all about resource allocation.
What do you mean?
So by eating those shoots, the ants might be forcing the acacia to put more energy into other things,
Like what?
like making more nectaries or thorns, things that directly benefit the ants.
Wow, so they're manipulating the tree for their own gain.
It's a possibility. And it just goes to show that even in relationships we think of as beneficial, there's always a power dynamic at play.
That's a good point. It's like they're saying, sure, we'll protect you, but you're going to do things our way.
Exactly. And this is just scratching the surface. Remember, this research also looked at other insects on these acacias. Oh, right, like the scale insects and stuff.
Yeah, and those relationships can be just as complicated depending on which ant species is involved.
It's amazing how much diversity there is in a system that seems so uniform at first glance.
Right. You look at a picture of the savannah and think, oh, just some trees and grass. But then you zoom in.
And it's a whole world of drama.
Totally.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap things up. This has been a wild ride.
It really has.
From ant wars and housing markets to botanical manipulation, who knew the savannah could be so interesting?
It just goes to show there are hidden complexities everywhere you look.
You just have to know where to find them.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the fascinating world of ants and acacias. Until next time, keep exploring.